You
No,
can
Vijay.
ask.
Yesterday's topic is clear.
Okay, fine. Good morning, Lakshmi Durga. Do you have any questions or any? Good morning, Lakshmi Durga. Do you have any questions or any doubts regarding anything? Are you understanding the topics?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are working out, right? Means you are checking also. You are checking the recordings.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions or any doubts?
No, sir, present.
Okay, fine. So fine. Let's start the session. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes.
Vijay.
Okay, fine. So let's discuss the where we stopped yesterday. So we have discussed how search engines work and what are the different types of SEO which are there, and now we are going to go in detail. Okay, I am using the WordPress, or I will take the WordPress to show you guys whatever the things will be there. Obviously you can also try it on the WordPress, or maybe if you use some another platform to create a website, but these are the things which will be applicable. Okay, so in that, let me explain quickly the dashboard. So this is a WordPress dashboard. When you open a dashboard, this is how once you purchase a domain, once you purchase a hosting, and then you connect the domain and hosting, this is how once you log in, this is how your dashboard will appear. Okay, domain you can purchase from GoDaddy. Hosting, there is a website called company called Hostinger, which is good. uh, yeah, there are many domain companies are there, many companies which sell hosting, so it's your wish, whatever you take. And once you purchase and once you set up your website, and this is how the dashboard appear. Here in the dashboard you can see all the notifications or any errors which are there on the website, or anything which we need to be informed. Those all things which it will show here. Okay, but this is not that much important. If there is anything severe, it will show in a red color. uh, at that time you need to take care of that, if there is any hacking, or anything abnormal. And after that, WordPress, there is a term called plugins. Okay, plugins means it's like a mobile apps. Okay, for how we use the mobile apps in our mobile, and use different what I can say, for different applications we use different apps, right? Different purposes. So similarly, in the WordPress, for different things we use different plugins. Now right now Elementor is one of the plugin. Okay, Elementor, which will be helpful to design a website. Okay, ideally if you go to the WordPress, you won't be able to see the, what I can say, by default you don't see the Elementor or any other plugins. So what you need to do, you just need to go to the, under appearances, there is a plugins. Okay, in the plugins, add new plugin. So here you can install like any plugin. Okay, suppose right now I want to say Elementor. Okay, so this is see. Always see like how we use before using the mobile apps. We check the ratings or reviews. So similarly, you need to check this. How many installations are happening, or how much reviews are there. So if you just state, if you install by default any random plugin, there may be a chance that your website got hacked. Okay, mainly because of these plugins. So whenever you are installing, you should be careful. Okay, so right now see, for any other plugin it is showing install now. Wherever it is saying update now, those are the plugins which are already installed on my website. Okay, they are already there on my website and installed. That is the reason it is just showing the update now. Okay, now you can update also, it's fine, your wish. And make sure before installing any plugin you need to see the rating and reviews and when is the last updated. Suppose if it is last updated 6 months back or 1 month back, 12 months back. So what happens means they are not updated frequently. Okay, when something is not updating frequently, that there is a more chance that they are getting hacked. So always make sure before installing taking care of these things. Now how this Elementor will be useful. Okay, if you just now I jump to my website front end. Here you can see the option edit with Elementor. Okay, so suppose if I just click on the normal edit page and if I just click on the edit with Elementor, you can see the difference. Okay, normal edit page is a by default. Okay, yeah, if I come down, so see here it is given the title, what is the link, and then it is directly showing me the edit with Elementor. Okay, or back to WordPress editor. So by default you have a WordPress editor, so I'll just go to the back to WordPress editor. So now see, this is a WordPress editor and it is so confusing. Okay, it is so random or it is so confusing. You can see how the text and images, everything is very random. Okay, if you edit anything here, you don't even understand what is happening. Okay, if you try to edit here and if you publish, because this is so it's not proper. Okay, you can't, you can try, but the options are limited. Okay, whereas if you see my page, how my page is designed, so this is how my page is there. So you can see how much difference it is, how my page is built and how it is there here. So that is the reason people use Elementor. Now if I go to the edit with Elementor, so this is how the Elementor will be there. Okay, now you can see how the what are the different options. Suppose if I want to edit the heading, I can just click on the heading and I can change the heading. If I want to edit the image, I can click on the image, I can change the image. So basically anything and everything which you can do with the help of this Elementor plugin, and it's so easy. You have a lot of options, okay, to explore. There is a on the left side you can able to see all the options which are there out there. So similarly, right now we are discussing about this is a page building. Okay, Elementor is a website builder or page builder plugin. So you have a lot of plugins for website speed increase improvement. There is a one plugin, or for SEO there is a one plugin for doing the SEO. For redirecting from one page to another page, there is a some plugin. So you have a different plugin. So you can see, if you want to add image, you just need to drag and drop like how you do on the WordPress. So similarly you need to all of these things you can use like a WordPress. And once you done with something, you can just check the preview. Here you can click on preview and if the preview is looked in good, then you can just go and publish. Okay, so that's how it works.
Google Kit also is there in
Sorry.
Google Google Ads related
Yeah, Google Ads
plugins are
related also you can connect. Okay, there is a plugin called
Google Kit.
uh, Google Site Kit. Okay, which is just to add the Google code. Okay,
Okay, okay.
Google ad
And
where it comes. Yes, tell me.
okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. So Google add just to add the code. Okay, on our website there is a plugin called Google Site Kit, and also I think remaining suppose if somebody fill the form, you will need to set up a goal. Okay, on your Google Ads. I think that's how it is related to website, but not like. And for building a landing page, okay, because for running the ads we need a website or landing page specially. So to create a landing page you use the WordPress. Okay, but there is nothing like you can do Google Ads from the WordPress, or you can integrate Google Ads from to the WordPress, so it's not. So yeah, I think this is how the Elementor plugin will work. And also this posts, mainly you see the posts and pages. Pages is related to website pages. So when I say website pages, so if you see my service pages, home page or service pages, these are all home page and service pages. About us, these are all the pages which are related to pages, means they are main pages on my website. Whereas if I go to the let's say blog, okay, now these are the blogs which are there on the website. Now for the blog posts we call it as a post. Okay, so something, whenever you publish something on the post, it will go to the blog post. And whenever you create add a new page or publish a new page, it will go to the pages. So you need to understand the difference between the pages and posts. Posts is specially for the blogs, whereas the pages is for main website core pages. And also in addition to that, you can see the WooCommerce. This section is specially for e-commerce. Okay, if you want to create an e-commerce, because e-commerce website is different than regular website. So in the e-commerce website you need to add to cart, you need a checkout, you need you need to integrate the payment gateway, all of these things which you can do through WooCommerce. Okay, you can see the products, you can see the payments. These things comes from the WooCommerce only. Okay, whenever you want to specially create a e-commerce website, you can use these modules. So for WooCommerce also you need to install a plugin. By default you don't have the WooCommerce. Okay, so you need to install, then only it will be visible. And analytics will be there. Okay, I think suppose if you go to the plugins, add plugin, so there is a analytics also. There is a plugin which you need to install. Okay, so that you can see the Google Analytics. Yeah, so this is one which I told, Google Site Kit, Google Kit by Google. So this is for the put in the analytics code. But because we have the Google Analytics separately, we don't want to, it's your wish whether you want to install or not. So yes, you can you can install this and you can integrate your analytics. But here whatever the analytics here it is showing, this is related to your products. Okay, this is from your WooCommerce. How many products are there, how much sales are happened, how much revenue you made. All of this analytics are related to WooCommerce. So because it's not an e-commerce website, you can't see anything here, but this is how you can see for e-commerce website. You can compare the sales, you can compare the revenue, all of those things you can do. And then suppose if you want to add some user, suppose you want to give the access to someone, and you want to give the, you can say, uh, okay, if you want to give this to access to someone, you just need to create a add a user. Okay, if you add a user, you give the all the username, email, and everything, then you can share those add your website access to someone. So while giving the access, you can select all of these things. See, SEO editor, SEO manager, shop manager, author. If somebody is writing only blogs, okay, you can give the author or editor. Whereas someone who is doing the SEO, so you can give this. Okay, and if for main person, you can add as admin. So like that, you can add someone to your website. So apart from this, these are the main thing. And now finally I come to the Yoast SEO. Yoast SEO is something which is what I can say, which is a SEO plugin. Okay, if you want to do the SEO like search engine optimization, there is a plugin which you need to use. Now out of the different plugins which are available, Yoast SEO is a popular one. Okay, if you go to the plugin and search SEO or Yoast SEO, if you just search, so you can see the it has 10 million installs and 27,000 reviews. Okay, and these are the other one. RankMath is another SEO plugin, and all-in-one SEO is another SEO plugin, but Yoast is more popular compared to others, okay, to do the SEO. Now you can go to the, once you install the Yoast SEO plugin, then you need to set up the some basic settings. So if you go to the settings, so this is how it will appear initially. So these are the different settings, like there is a SEO scores, how is your SEO for different posts. So right now I have the let's say I want to see for my pages. So out of all my pages, zero means none of my pages are in SEO done till now, so they are 0. And OK means the some of the recommendations which needs to fit, so that they will move to the good. Needs improvement means there is a lot of pages which means lot of issues which we need to fix, which we will discuss. And not analyzed means these are the pages which are not analyzed. So once we analyze, then it will move to either of this. Either they needs improvement or they need okay, they are good. Okay, similarly you can see the readability. Readability means how generally your content should be easily readable. Okay, whatever the content you post on your website, if you make it so difficult to read or understand, for people to engage, so then people can't be able to understand, or they do, if in fact Yoast or Google also gives the negative points to that. So your content should be easily readable, easily understandable. They need to structure into paragraphs, bullet points, quotations in between, or the formatting needs to be done properly. So all of these things matter. So these are some of the settings. So you need to, once you set up a it is asking us to activate and connect. Okay, you can connect your Yoast to Google Sitekit also. Okay, so this is so first we need to install Google Sitekit, and then we can connect both of them, so that some of the metrics from SEO will show on your Google data as well.
Vijay, one question like this is the WordPress in which your website performance you are showing, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, okay.
Okay, means suppose if you're maybe you are using a Webflow is another platform. Maybe you are using
Okay.
a Wix. Okay, Wix is another platform. These are all CMS platforms. Okay, where you build your websites, so where
Yes.
there is no coding involved, and you can do all the changes as per your requirement easily.
Okay.
Okay, whereas coded websites, even if you want to do the coded websites, the whatever the factors which we discussed, that is same. Okay, custom coding websites, but the only difference is, you need to understand the code to do the changes. Suppose I asked you to uh, publish a post, then you need to go to the code and create a page and publish there. So like that, if it is a coded website, we need to be a technical person. Okay, but these are all CMSs where you no need much coding knowledge, because this is all built in kind of platform. And now I think now very recently you can see almost many of the AI website generators you got. Okay, I think I have explained in one of the class, Lovable.
Yes, love.
Yeah, so did you try it, right? Did you try it creating a website using this?
Like I use Wix and
Fine. So here I thought it's very simple. You just need to give the prompt and it will generate the website. Okay,
okay.
but
Yeah.
whatever the which you use, but the factors which you need to take care, website must be technically strong, technical SEO, on page SEO or off page SEO. These are standard. Okay, wherever you use, which platform you use, they are a standard ways of optimizing the website SEO. Okay,
Okay.
and this is a first time configuration. Once you install the plugin, first you need to come to this first time configuration. So here it will ask some details. Let's say it will ask your website name, website details, like what is your organization name, your logo. It will ask your social profiles, means your social media profiles you need to give. Okay, similarly, it will ask some preferences. So this is the initial configuration you need to set up. Once you set up, then you can use the plugin. So how you can use the plugin? You just need to go to the any page. Suppose I'll go to my pages. Okay, so these are all different pages which I have. Now let's say if I go to there is a page called PPC. Okay, I'll just, what you can do is, either you can edit with Elementor, you can click on it, or you can edit normally. Okay, for doing SEO anything is proper, okay, but you need to see which one will be easy for you. So this is the edit option. Okay, where I edited. So once you come down, you can see the Yoast SEO. Okay, for any page you need to go to the page, edit a particular page, and then you can see this Yoast SEO. Or if you install another plugins, you will see the another plugin. Okay, now it will ask the focus keyword or primary keyword, both are same. Either you can call as a focus keyword or primary keyword. Okay, now I ask you guys one question. What are the what are the conditions, or what are the rules to shortlist a particular keyword? Like suppose I want you to do the keyword research. Now tell me, what are the conditions to shortlist a keyword? Can you tell me? This we discussed.
Conditions.
Yeah. Hello.
like relative words, I think.
Relative words. I think you just forgot completely. Just
Search,
remember once.
search value and key difficulty you can search.
Search
Uh,
volume is one thing. You know how many searches are happening in a month. That is the one thing. What are the others?
search intent,
Yeah, search intent is important. What are the different types of intent is there?
revenue, competition and traffic,
Yeah, I am talking about intent. Means what are the different types of intent?
informational and
Yeah,
navigational,
informational,
commercial
commercial, navigational, or transactional. Okay, which is
transaction.
cost related. Okay, so if I am optimizing for my blog, okay, I want to publish a blog post and I want to optimize for that. Now tell me for that which kind of a keyword you need to do for a blog post. Which intent you choose for a blog post?
Which intent?
Yeah, which intent keyword which you select when you are optimizing for a blog post?
Uh, Informational, I think.
Exactly.
It's okay.
So
Information, right?
informational only, because uh, blog post is all about information, right? To providing the information to our users. So when we are trying to optimize or write any blog post, it is primarily information. Whereas if you are trying to optimize for your product page, then
Commercial.
yes, commercial. Okay. So now coming to the let's say imagine this is my service page. Okay. Now tell me which kind of a keyword I use, which intent I use for a service
Inform
page. First,
Information.
no. See, product or service, it is a more same, right? Product maybe e-commerce, for e-commerce.
Trans Transactional, I think. Yes.
Yeah, it can be commercial or transactional. Okay, whenever I'm doing for, because service is equal to product. If you are a
Yeah,
service business, you do have a service pages. If you have a
like
product business, yeah.
your tools, like that.
Yes, what are the
Best of tools.
let's say best PPC services in India, or
Okay.
best top PPC services or PPC services in India. So it can be anything. Okay, these are all commercial keywords. Okay, let's assume PPC services in India. Let's assume this is my keyword. Okay, you told me two things. One is a search volume, second is a commercial intent primary keyword. What are the other things? What are the other factors which we look into?
Competitions and
Competition
traffic.
and
Re- uh, is, uh, relevant.
yeah,
Sorry.
relevant, because in
Relevant.
fact that is the first factor. Okay, first of all your keyword should be relevant.
Yeah.
Okay, if your keyword is only not relevant, then there is no point by checking all of the other factors. So that is the first thing. Your keyword should be relevant. It should have a good volume. It should have a proper intent, and then finally the competition. Okay, competition. And when it comes to SEO, it is a keyword difficulty. Yesterday I shown you using hrefs we can find keyword difficulty for any keyword.
Yes.
Okay, there are many tools out there. So you need to check a keyword difficulty also. Suppose if you take a highly competitive keywords, then it is almost impossible to rank. It may rank, but it may take some few years, maybe 3 years, 5 years. So there is no point in doing that. But whereas when you take a low competitive, low difficulty keywords, it is easy to rank. Okay. So now you can see how the color is changing. Suppose when I change the instead of PPC services, if I given a spelling wrong or my keyword is wrong, then it is changed to red color. Anyway, so you will do the photos keyword here by, you need to do the keyword research and finalize the keywords. For nowadays you can take the help of the Claude or ChatGPT also while doing the keyword research or while shortlisting the keyword. So you can give the conditions. Let's say there are 1,000 keyword list you got, and you just give the prompt, what are the conditions you tell that, I need a commercial intent which has maybe 200 or 500 plus search volume, and this is my page, or this is my website, or this is my service. Okay, it should be relevant. So when you give all the conditions in the prompt, then ask ChatGPT to give you the shortlist the keywords. It will help you rather than you going to, earlier maybe 3-4 years back we do manually, but now you no need to worry on that front. So all the data just dump into your Claude or ChatGPT and ask it to analyze by giving the prompt. Is it clear? Yes.
Uh, can you repeat that? Didn't understand.
I mean to say, you will get when you are doing the keyword research, you will get some, maybe, let's say right now I have got some 2,000 keywords here. Now you no need to go and check all the 2,000 keywords manually. Instead of that, you just download this and upload into the Claude or ChatGPT and give all the conditions to it. How much volume you need, or how which
Okay,
intent
do you
you
want
need.
basic prompt for related to the keywords? They select and we keep there, right?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Instead we can download the fully PDF and we can send it to ChatGPT or Cloud. We can
Yes,
use
yes, yes.
one
So that
template,
your
right?
time will reduce. Okay.
Okay, okay.
And title. Title is one of the important factor. Title and meta description. These are slug means URL. So in the URL, whatever there in the slug will appear in the URL, and it generally slug will be taken from your heading or mainly heading. Whatever the heading you do, slug will be taken automatically. But generally URL you don't change. Why you don't change URL is because suppose if there is any some change happened in the URL, it will give some error. Okay, because URL is like a consider this is a room in your house. Okay, so it's like an exact address to your room. Okay, I did not talk about the complete your house address. I just directly given your address to your home, sorry, your room, particular room. So if something tampered, suppose there is some word missed, or there is a hyphen missed, or something happened with your URL, then it can't identify your page. Okay, it will throw you error 404. So always make sure URL by default whatever is there, you just let it be, or you don't change it frequently. Okay, title and description maybe you can change, okay, regularly, but URL, unless and until you you know think the change is necessary, you don't change. Even if you change, then you need to redirect. Suppose right now if I change this page URL, okay, let's say begin with a seed understanding your core message. Suppose if I want to change this title to only understand your core message, means not a title, my URL. Okay, instead of a begin with a seed understand your core message, I just give the understand your core message. So then what you need to do, suppose if you change the URL, okay, suppose if I remove this part from URL, then it will give me the error. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to redirect from my original page to this page, okay, this URL. So if I don't redirect, if somebody come to this page, then it will go 404 error. So first I need to, once I change the URL, I need to redirect, from that earlier page to this page, so that people can able to access this page. So how you can redirect? You can just go to the I think Yoast SEO. You can also have the redirects, but redirects currently it is showing under premium. So means you need a premium plan to access this feature. Okay, but what you can also do is you can just install for redirects. There is another plugin. Okay, free plugin which you can use to redirect your page. But the problem is, when you install more plugins on your website, what happens? There is a more chance that your website will break, because we don't know which plugin will cause what issue. So always try to use whatever the important plugins are there, those only try to use. So if you just try to use, suppose what happens if you install so many applications in your mobile, so your mobile storage will reduce and your mobile got slow down, and sometimes it will even the crashes also because of some application. Did you got that? Understood? So
Yeah.
always try to use the minimal plugins, okay, and try to get the maximum usage. And once you do the photos keyword, you can see how your title and all appearing. So here you can do the title, okay. When you are giving the title, you can do in two ways. One is you can insert the variables, okay. Variables means, so right now these are all variables. What does it mean by variables? So it will try to take these things automatically, okay. Suppose this PPC it has taken from so right now I think I don't have any title for this page. So when I this is a title, okay, this is a title of the page. So that is the reason it has taken the title from this, okay. You can see the preview. This is a preview. And page means generally page name, but in this case I think title and page are same. And whereas a separator means you can see this hyphen, okay, this acting as a separator. And site title, okay, when we create a website, it is asked, see, this is my site title. So my site title also it is picking up. So that is the reason it has given the SEO title this one. So this is automatic. If you go to the any page, if you insert your variables, then automatically title will generate like this. But whereas if you want to know, I don't want automated titles, generally automated titles we don't use unless and until you have a large website with thousands of pages. You can't go to each and every page and give the title. In that case you can use that variables. But whereas if you can give the custom title by including your keyword should present in your title. Let's say best PPC services in India, pipe symbol or hyphen you can do. I will give my website name. So this is the title I have given. Now you can see how the title is visible. Okay, now you can see this green color, generally it is a character limit. I think title should be within 60 characters. So if you give a long title, okay, with maybe 100 characters or 90 characters, then it will go to the red. okay, red means basically Google will not show, even if you give 500 words here, Google will show only 60 characters. Okay, remaining title will cut off. So rather than that, if you give the proper title within less characters, it will be better. Similarly, description. Okay, description also you can give with variables, or you can give with manually. Okay, you can write a description. So what you can do, I'll go to the ChatGPT. I will ask, give me a SEO optimized title for the, or using focus keyword PPC Services in India. So SEO optimized title and meta description. Okay, we call these as a meta title and meta description. Using focus keyword. Now it will give us the, so we can use this, because by seeing the titles and descriptions only people will click on the Google, or so these are important both for Google as well as for user. Understand? So I can just copy, I can see which one is good. Let's say I think this is good. We can just copy this and we can come here, we can paste it. Now you can see it comes slightly orange color because I think there is a slight increase of character limit. That's fine, it's okay, not a big issue. Now if you click on this SEO analysis, here you can see the complete analysis of your page. So these are all the factors which are related to SEO. So I told you right now whatever that we are discussing, these are all the factors only. Okay, title, description, outbound link, internal link, keyphrase in introduction, keyword. Your keyword should be there in the first paragraph. So whatever the keyword you are targeting, it should be there in the first paragraph. Similarly, keyword density. Density means how many times you are having your keyword. Let's say if you have 100 words content, generally any page will have maybe some 800 words, 1000 words, 2000 words of content for a blogs. Okay, but for every 100 keywords, how many times you are using your keyphrase. So right now it is you can see the keyphrase was found 0 times on the content. That's less than the recommended minimum 2 times. Okay, so it will tell that how many times recommended. Okay, so that you can include accordingly. So similarly, keyphrase in SEO title. So in the title, in the focus keyword, we have given PPC Services in India, but in the title it is not matching exactly. Okay, similarly keyword in subheadings. So in your subheadings also, main heading we call as a H1, whereas a subheading we call as a H2 and H3. So everywhere you should have your keyword, or if not direct keyword, at least you should use some alternative, because and it should come naturally. Okay, remember, it should not look like nowadays AI is so what you can say, Google systems are so flexible, that they can are so advanced, they can identify. Suppose if you try to spam using multiple keywords, or use some repeated keywords, then AI will easily understand, or Google will easily understand. So ultimately whom you are optimizing is for the users. Okay, because users will read your content. So whatever the SEO which you do, it should not be like random, or repeatedly or spammy way. It should come naturally. All these suggestions you need to incorporate naturally on your website. it should not be like forcefully, you just forcefully insert the keywords like that. And it is also saying what is these are the red color ones are very important ones. Okay, the whatever the red color are there, these are all highly important ones, whereas the orange color ones are good to have, means these are some improvements which you can do. So right now, text length, okay, this page has 270 words, but any page minimum we should have 300 words. Otherwise we call this as a thin content. Thin content means less content. What earlier people used to do is they used to repeatedly create multiple pages. Let's say somebody can create 100 pages, and each page maybe they'll just put some 50 words or 100 words, like a social media post. But then the problem is Google identifies that many people are spamming using this technique, creating hundreds and thousands of pages. So which is a problem to the Google. Okay, it reduces the quality of the search. So that is the reason what the Google done, it will penalize. Okay, there is some penalty or there is some algorithm update which will give you the penalty, means your website will not be visible anywhere if you do like this, if you create a lot of pages. And keyphrase in image alt attribute. So suppose any page, then generally we use the image. Suppose if I come here, I think here on the right side you can see, you can set your featured image. Featured image means important image. Okay, let's say this is the image I am taking. So whatever the image you are putting, you need to give the alt text, and you need to alt text means alternative text, which is very important to Google. So sometimes what happens when when the page is not loading properly. Okay, let's say the page is not you go to this page and the page is not loading properly, then what happens, Google can't understand what the page is all about, or what the image is not about. So see, like that the images will break. So in this case what happens, Google will read the alt text, alt text. That's the reason we should give the proper alt text to your images, so that Google will understand that okay, this image is related to, let's say, PPC services, or this image is related to, let's say, air conditioner. So that can only be happen when you give the alt text to your images. Is this clear? Did you understand?
Like about H1 and H2, can you explain?
Yeah, H1 and H2 basically, this we call as a heading structure, or let me just give you HTML structure of web page. So basically this is a structure of a HTML. See, generally this is a structure of the HTML. Okay, where you have a head section and there is a body section. Whatever the meta titles, meta descriptions, or some let's say Google Analytics code, or Google any codes, or any meta title, meta description, what we are putting, they will be under head section. Okay, so whatever we put in the head section, they will not be visible to the users on our website. Suppose if I go to my website, whatever the content you are reading, this is all in the body section, not in the head section. Okay, whatever the head section we put in the head section, that will not be visible to the users. Okay, that is only for the Google and all the other whereas whatever we put in the content, whatever the content we are put, everything we put in the body section. Now inside this body section you have the there is a something called header structure So this is your heading structure. Okay, so H1, there should be only one H1. If you take any page, there should be only one H1, means one main heading. H1 is like a main heading, it's like a primary heading. You should not have a multiple H1s, then Google, or it can't decide which one is the main heading. Suppose one heading, suppose you have a 3 H1s or 2 H1s. One H1 is saying that PPC services in India. Another H1 is saying that let's say SEO services, or maybe pay per click services, like that. Means you are using the multiple H1s with the different keywords. Then what Google can't able to decide which is the main heading. So then it may not be, your website will not be optimized. So there should be only one H1 which is a primary heading. It should contain your keyword, and after that you have a suppose you have a subheadings inside.
Subheading.
Yeah, suppose inside this subheading also again you have some paragraphs, and again there may be small bullet points, or again subheadings. Okay, so this is like a structure. Okay, main heading is only one, but you have a multiple H2s, you can have multiple H3s, you can have multiple H4. Okay, heading 4 means it will be very small, least priority. Understand? So this is how the tags will be visible. You have the main title, inside that you have a subtitles, inside a subheading also you can have a subsections, and inside that you can have a subsections. Understand? So suppose in my page this is the main heading, which is H1. These are H2s, but I think right now you can see all of are in the same font size. Generally H1 font size will be bigger, H2 will be lesser, but I think right now my page has a wrong structure. I think there is multiple H1s. Let's see. No, not multiple, there is only one H1 only, but still the sizes are same. We need to reduce. Ideally the size should not be same as H1. Okay, but it depends. Okay, so you can see these are all H2s. Suppose inside H2 also if you have a multiple headings, then we call as a H3. Suppose this can be H3. Okay, so you can see one H3. You can see the headers. I think H3 is given to some 6.7. Sometimes it's wrong, but yeah. But this is not ideal structure. You just need to make sure whatever the ideal structure is there, that you follow. Understand? Any questions or any doubts as of now? Any other questions? Any other doubts?
No.
So
About the interlinks,
yeah, that I will explain. Okay, internal links, how to do that I will explain. So in fact we just not means I have just explained you everything on the dashboard. Some of the important things I will deep dive in the next classes.
Yeah, Vijay, like this session is about the website and it's like the performance and everything, right?
Yeah, see how to optimize a website or web page in the
Okay.
WordPress. Okay, that is what we have seen as of now.
Yeah.
Suppose if you go to some other platform, there also you have internal links, there also you have a primary keyword, there also you have a content, there also you should follow all these rules. So these guidelines will not change, but platforms can change, and each platform there are different options. Instead of plugins in the WordPress, you have some another name in the widths, or some another sometimes they they don't have all the options. So you need to see where those options are in the respective platforms, and you need to work accordingly. Okay, any other questions?
No.
but you can observe in interlinks.
Okay,
Present we don't have any access to free interlinks. Right, everything will be paid right now. So that
you
will be
mean to
till
say free domains you are talking about? or internal links. Internal links is different. Internal link means where you give the link from one page to another page. I think it is you don't need to pay for that. Whereas to take a domain, to purchase a domain or to purchase a hosting, there you need there also you have a, I think the WordPress also you can create for free. There is a free.
No, no, free tool was not there present now. So how
In
in
WordPress, it is not free, Vijay. Like I have tried.
No, actually there is a free WordPress.
Once
So
check, please.
but we better to try Wix. It will be unpredictable there.
yeah, it depends. Yes, you can use whatever the platform. Doesn't matter. Okay, so it's fine. So, but free is limited. Okay, always whenever you go for
Yeah.
a free, you see this is my free website. So you can see, it has options, but there is a very little thing which I can do. So I can access the dashboard. This is my dashboard. I can add the posts. I can add the pages, but there is a very limited control. Okay, you don't have the all the plugins to explore, or you just do basic activities. That's it. Okay, you can't design, like you don't have a custom demo, but if you want to build your portfolio, or if you really want to try, then go for a paid. Okay, maybe it costs couple of uh, hundreds, but it worth if you are serious only. Otherwise, start with the free only, and if you got that confidence, then go for a paid. It's your wish. Understand? So this is a free one. Clear? Any other questions?
No, Vijay.
Fine. So just try it out. Try to create some at least free website. If not WordPress, maybe you can use AI website generators, or maybe you can use Wix, or maybe you can use
Yeah,
web.
I have created one website using some. I will show. I will share my screen.
Yeah. Okay.
But like after doing all the Google ads about this, last it is asking for the payment for launch also. It is it.
Means I didn't get it. So
No,
it is
no, like
asking for a payment for publishing.
yeah. My doubt is we can add the payment, but it is showing some like 250 per day or 300 per day. We can be like fix the limit or what? While payment, I have stopped there itself.
See, always remember, just compare, try to use when you're trying to pay, try to compare different platforms. Okay, never, because see, WordPress is like a custom, I means, suppose you have unlimited, you can have a multiple themes. Suppose suddenly you don't want this website, you want a different website, you can just remove the theme, you can add a new theme and create a new website from scratch. So but if you go to the third party platforms, it will not be the case. Obviously they will charge a monthly payment, and again it is not, I will suggest to take a domain and hosting yearly, okay, minimum 1 year.
Yeah, yeah. For it is asking domain for like it's some 3,500 or something.
For year, per year.
not clear, not a idea, but I think it is for
Just go
monthly
to
or
the
per year.
just go to the GoDaddy. You will get for first year you will get maybe for 500 rupees or 600 rupees basic
Okay.
domain. And then for hosting, just say go to the hosting there. I think it has a lesser plan, better support. I think it is if you take yearly, either you can take monthly. So just try it out. But these are only
Okay.
the lowest prices and better support. Suppose tomorrow you want, there is some technical issue, or something comes, somebody needs to help you. Okay, if suppose if you take some random websites and all, they may not give you the support. So that is important. So I think these are the ones where the lesser money but a better support. These are the platforms. Rest of the things your wish, whatever you want to. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but make sure, see, if you are unless and until if you are a serious, don't take. I have
Yeah. Yeah.
seen many people where they purchase everything and then they don't use it, and I have seen many people where they are interested to learn but they don't try to purchase. So
Yeah.
both the ways wrong. Okay, unless whatever in digital, especially as per my experience, I am telling. In fact, I am also purchased a lot of tools, lot of softwares earlier. Spending thousands and lakhs of rupees, and then many times I have not used also. So be perfect sure that if you do it, if you use it, then only purchase. And almost try to document everything whatever you do. Suppose you create a website, you do a Google ads, try to create your portfolio. Okay, whatever that you do, just try to put it somewhere, your best work, whatever you think is your best work, which comes fine or which you tried. So all the things you put it in somewhere. Okay, because somebody tomorrow you try to apply something, or you try to do some you try to apply for some project, they ask for a portfolio, and you don't you do suppose you may create a website in the past, you may create a Google ads, but then to show you some to show someone, you don't have anything handy. So try to document, try to take the screenshots, whatever activities you do, whatever you build, whatever you create. So whatever the results you get, either for you personally or for any client you do, try to document it, try to build your portfolio, try to apply. That is the way you get it. Understand? So that's it from my end. Let's meet tomorrow. So just try to create this is the assignment. Try to create a website, doesn't matter which platform it is, and see whether these things, the titles, the descriptions, the content, try to work on it. Okay, and let me know if you have any questions on that. Okay, we'll discuss tomorrow. So that's it from today. Let's meet tomorrow. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Okay.